let's watch woke idiot Molly Qerim make her racist statement towards hockey players. Of course, everything is racial on ESPN. They have no substance. They have no value. So they have to just come up with stupid things about race 24 hours a day, whether it's racist Ryan Clark or Molly Qerim trying to get, street cred by saying everything that's anti-white. Let's jump into the video and we'll go from there.
Interesting to me that certain sports you're allowed to fight and other sports could never happen.
And by the way,
optics
in international competition.
Whatever. Let me explain something to Molly Qerim and the rest of the liberal idiots and morons. The reason why you're able to fight in hockey is because the commissioner allows it. So everything is based on the commissioner. Remember the NFL under Paul Tagliabue, the good old days? You could hit people, annihilate them, curse. There was no women in locker rooms because they didn't feel it was appropriate to have naked men walking around and a female reporter. Remember those days? That's because that's what the commissioner wants. So let me explain this to racist Molly Qerim, Miss Woke herself, and the rest of the ESPN liberal idiots. The NFL players who are 70% black, 20% white, and 10% Samoan, they voted to give Commissioner Goodell power for the rest of his life as long as they got a bigger piece of the pie. It was based on money. The only team, the only group of players that did not vote to give Roger Goodell total power is the Pittsburgh Steelers. But the entire league voted, and the majority of that league is black. So they vote a certain kind of commissioner in, a woke commissioner. And now we have a woke NFL league where certain things aren't acceptable, where men are not allowed to be men anymore. So whose fault is it that the NFL, the NBA, and other leagues are not ran like hockey? It's the players' fault. And what color are those players? The majority, black. They're the ones that vote for the commissioner. In hockey, it's a predominantly Caucasianoid game. And they vote the commissioner in. And the commissioner allows that. He puts a rule down that if you fight, this is the penalty. So Miss Qerim here, she's always trying to get street cred by saying everything that's anti-white. She's the typical liberal white woman. Let me give you my theory on Molly Qerim and the majority of white liberal women. This is the white liberal women when they're growing up. They despise everything good. Their own family, their father, their mother for, laying boundaries and making rules in the household. And they just despise anything that is good. They resent it. And they feel like, that women should be in charge of everything. And F you, I'm not going to listen to anything you have to say. Nobody can discipline me. Nobody can make me accountable. And they're like these rebels. You see it all the time. You see this perfectly good family, white picket fence. The mom and dad are like school teachers. And then you see this white girl. She's got purple hair and the earrings. And it's F you and F this. And I don't like Christmas. And F my dad. He's a piece of garbage, for trying to make me accountable for my behavior. And that's what Molly Qerim is. I'm sure Molly Quirm's dad watches ESPN and thinks to himself, was I really that bad? Like, what did I do to deserve this? Because after all, she is white. And everything she says to try to gain street cred or popularity is everything that's anti-white. And whether she believes it or not is irrelevant. She's a racist piece of garbage. And she belongs at ESPN. Remember one thing, Molly. The players vote who the commissioner is. And the players know what kind of commissioner they're voting for. They know if they're going to get a soft commissioner that allows brawling and fights and, you can wear do-rags to your games and no dress codes. The players vote for that commissioner. So when you're mad at, typical Molly Qerim fashion, blame it on the white man. It's got to be the white man's fault. It's at the end of the day, racist Ryan Clark, racist ESPN, racist Molly Qerim, and all these other woke liberal idiots, they will blame white people for everything, even decisions that they made. Again, basketball, Football. The majority of the players are black, 70, 80%. They're the ones that vote for the commissioner. If you don't like certain rules, then don't vote for that commissioner. But that's too much logic and reason for racist Molly Qerim to understand. She's too busy resenting herself, her family, white men in general, and everything that's considered white to do her job without being the biased, racist piece of garbage that she actually is. And that would mean that she would actually have to tell the truth for once in a while. Because if you sat down and you thought about it, you would say to yourself, well, these other leagues, the players are majority of black, so why don't they vote in a black commissioner who will let them do what they want to do? Oh, that's right. They voted in Roger Goodell. They voted in the commissioner of the NBA. So who do these black athletes have to blame other than themselves? Yeah, I'll wait, Molly. I'm sure I won't get a response.